എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. ചാറ്റ് വിത്ത് മില്യണയർ എന്ന നമ്മളുടെ പുതിയ ഇന്റർവ്യൂ സീരീസിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും തന്നെ സ്വാഗതം. ഇന്ന് നമ്മളോടൊപ്പം ഉള്ളത് പേഴ്സണൽ ഡെവലപ്മെന്റ് കോച്ച് ആൻഡ് ട്രെയിനർ, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ സിങ്ക്രോ ശക്തി എന്ന ഓൺലൈൻ അക്കാദമി റൺ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ടെൻ തൗസൻഡ്സ് ഓഫ് പീപ്പിളുടെ ലൈഫിൽ വളരെ ഡ്രമാറ്റിക് ഹീലിങ്ങിലൂടെയും മൈൻഡ്ഫുൾനെസ് മെഡിറ്റേഷനിലൂടെയും ലോ ഓഫ് അട്രാക്ഷനിലൂടെയും ഒക്കെ ഡ്രമാറ്റിക്കലായിട്ടുള്ള ചേഞ്ച് കൊണ്ടുവന്ന ഈ ഒരു 31-ാമത്തെ വയസ്സിൽ നല്ല രീതിയിലുള്ള ഒരു ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ ഫ്രീഡം എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന, ഇപ്പോൾ ക്രോഷ്യയിൽ ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ജനിച്ച് അതും മലയാളിയായി ജനിച്ച് ക്രോഷ്യയിൽ ഇപ്പോൾ ജീവിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന കാർത്തിക നായരാണ്. സോ വെൽക്കം കാർത്തിക.
Thank you everyone. Thanks Akshay.
Hi. So how the things are going? How are you?
Things are going very well and I'm very well. Thank you for asking.
Okay, so where are you right now? In Croatia or India?
I am in Croatia right now. It is summertime here, almost going towards autumn, so the seasons are changing, so it's a very beautiful time of the year to be here in Croatia.
Okay. So Karthika, I need to know, can you please introduce about yourself a little bit?
I'm happy to introduce myself. Hello everyone, my name is Karthika Nair, and like Akshay said, I run this company and online academy as well as a YouTube channel called Synchro Shakti. It's been going on for a very long time. And what I do is I empower or help empower the lives of people for whatever goals they want to achieve. But to achieve those goals, we mix healing because people have gone through a lot of traumas in their lives. So healing of that is important. So they change how they see themselves and how they see other people and how they see their goals. So healing is important. And at the same time, I also teach them a positive mental attitude, law of attraction, sort of energy work, so they reach their goals much faster and live the life that they desire to live this whole time.
യെസ് ആക്ച്വലി ഞാൻ കാർത്തിക നായരെ ആദ്യമായിട്ട് കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നത് തന്നെ ഒരു വിത്ത് എ വീഡിയോ വീഡിയോയിലായിരുന്നു. വിത്ത് വീഡിയോ ടൈറ്റിൽ ഈസ് ഷീ ഈസ് ഏണിംഗ് 5 lakh per month in the age of 29 എന്നുള്ളതായിരുന്നു. ശരിക്കും അറ്റ് ദാറ്റ് ടൈം ദാറ്റ് വീഡിയോ ഇൻസ്പയർഡ് മീ എ ലോട്ട്. സോ ഐ ആം പേഴ്സണലി very curious and very interested to know about how from where the things are started.
So you're asking financially or just the whole career story?
From where your self-improvement journey and your backstory, something.
Okay, the whole story. So that's a big question. So I'm going to try to explain the whole thing in a small nutshell. So basically, I started YouTube in 2011. So I was 19 years old. But before that, I was already reading a lot of books on self-improvement because in my childhood, I went through, like many people, a lot of turmoil, a lot of suffering. So I was looking for a way out of suffering because I was bullied, I was constantly depressed, I hated school, I was always getting into trouble. So there was a lot of pain growing up for me specifically, and I was always trying to find a way out of that pain. So I was reading books, I was trying to get into all of these things. I did not know that eventually I'll get into a career of helping other people get out of their pain.
So when you was in the age of 19, you started reading book?
No, at 19 I started sharing this information on YouTube, but I was reading since I was 8 years old. So since I was very, very young, I was very interested in trying to understand more about the world, about this universe, so I was always curious because I knew the world was so harsh. Everybody is competitive in school, the teachers are rude to you, your parents are rude to you, everybody is in so much anger, and I knew this cannot be what life is. There has to be love somewhere, there has to be kindness, seeing each other's potential, seeing the beauty in everybody. So I was more interested in those things, metaphysics or things more than just what school was teaching us or how they were treating us. I wanted to find out what's more than this horrible life that we're living. And so in that search, I was reading a lot of stuff. But when I was about 19 years old, I came across this. I was 14 years old. I came across The Secret. The famous movie The Secret. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So when I came across that movie, so, my whole spirit was like, okay, I realized something is true. I can change my
Yeah.
destiny. So
I
since
got
age
a
14,
magic, I got a secret key, something like that.
yes. And I started applying all of that, what I was learning in the movie. So I got into the college that I wanted to get in. But despite attracting things, I was also attracting all the bad things. I was still attracting like horrible people, bad friendships, things not working out. That's where the healing thing came in. So 2013, I got diagnosed with a mental health issue called panic disorder, which is a very high level anxiety disorder. And I lived with that anxiety disorder for 3.5 years. But for three and a half
Okay.
years, I went to every therapy under the sun. I was doing all kinds of therapies from, TAT, thematic acupressure therapy. I was doing law of attraction, affirmations, NLP, all kinds of things to heal my anxiety because I thought someone else outside me will just pranic heal the anxiety away from me. I did not know I was creating it. I did not know how to solve it.
Yes.
So, I don't know whether it was 2016, I got very suicidal because I couldn't heal the anxiety. I was living in my house. I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't go down the road. I couldn't get on a bus. I couldn't go to the bank. And eating food, I would start having panic attacks. So, because the mental health issues were so much for me and I wasn't able to get any help, I told my parents, I don't want to live. This is too much for me. So they got
Okay.
scared and they took me to a therapist in Kerala, which is my hometown. And
Okay.
that therapist was looking at me and he was listening to me talk about everything I know because I've read books my whole life and I have studied psychology. I'm a psychology major. I have all this knowledge. So he looked at me and he said, if you know everything, why can't you solve your own problem? And I felt so powerless and I felt like the chair under me had given way
Yes.
because,
We have knowledge, but we can't
yeah,
know how to.
something was missing from all that knowledge. I thought I knew everything. I did not. So then I walked out of the therapist's office. I looked up at the sky and I said, if there is a God, now is your chance to show your presence because I'm not going to make it. So I was in total surrender. Please give me an answer. And I found this book in my uncle's house. When I walked in, on the table, there was a book called Power of Now by
No,
Eckhart Tolle.
that only.
That
Yeah.
book changed my life because that book taught me what was the missing key, which was this thing that we all have called a pain body. All the pain that we've carried throughout our lifetimes, from all the past pain that we've carried, all of this is blocking us from experiencing the life we want, is causing our mental health issues, it's causing our negative thinking, it's causing our fears, it's holding us down. So learning how to heal this emotional pain was my main focus in life. So for a year, 2 years, I just kept exposing myself to the things that freaked me out. I would watch the panic attacks, I would heal the panic attacks, and a year and a half later, I cured panic disorder without medication, without anything, just pure mindfulness. And then after I cured panic disorder, my life went from, here to here because so much pain and anxiety left my body. So I was able to attract a whole different type of life. And that's why I mix mindfulness and law of attraction together because I knew law of attraction way before I knew mindfulness, but I was still attracting all the negativity, still depressed, still anxious, still upset, despite knowing law of attraction. That's why the
Okay.
healing was that missing key. So when you heal and then use the law of attraction, you live the kind of life you actually want to live without all the suffering and conscious anxiety and conscious pain, continuous pain. So that was my trajectory of getting into all of this. And then I started, once I got out of panic disorder and I started achieving my financial goals, all kinds of goals, whatever I've put in my list, I've had, and I keep adding new things into my
And
list.
recently you married now from
Not yet. My marriage is on the 16th. So in 10 days, I'm married
10
in
days.
10 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and live, I've always wanted to come to Europe, so everything I wrote down came true. And all the stuff that I'm still working on is coming true every day. But the fun part in all of that is I started teaching this to one-to-one, clients, then went to group coaching, then went to teaching all this in a digital course, then created a whole academy. Now we have 16,000 people worldwide in this academy who are getting results every day. We get on our groups, people have success stories, all kinds of success stories. So it's a mix of healing and law of attraction, which I think is that sweet spot of creating the life you desire. So that is my career over.
Okay. So, and also I need to know one thing. Are you feel yourself as a successful person? If yes, what is yes or no? What is your definition of success?
Amazing question. I do feel that I am a successful person, but for me, success is the ability to feel so happy just looking out of the window and experiencing the world around me. That is to me success. So if I look outside the window and I see blue sky and a tree and breeze, and I feel joy, I'm successful. But there was a time where I could look out at the window, see blue sky, sunlight, trees, but I'd feel dead. No emotion, completely depressed, and everything else. I had to make money in order to be happy. I have to do this in order to be happy. But that's not how happiness works, because you'll always be unhappy even after getting everything that you want. So for me, success is defined as the ability to be joyful in the life that you're living.
Okay. So in our channel, majority of audiences are in the age category of 18 to 26. So if I am asked, what is your biggest advice you are thought to giving to them?
My biggest advice is something I learned quite recently, is if any part of you tells you that you're not good enough, you're not good looking enough, you're not talented enough, you're not educated enough, you're not something enough to live the life that you want, it's the biggest lie ever told. Right now, somebody thinks you're really beautiful. Right now, somebody thinks you matter. Right now, somebody thinks you are so valuable to the world, but you can't see it yourself. So you are trying to get into the best job, this place, that place, in order to prove to yourself that you're worthy. But you are worthy just by existing. You're a bright light shining. But because we saw ourselves from the eyes of other people, let's say your crush rejected you or something happened, we think we're not good enough. But but the truth is, we were born good enough. We were born stars. Whatever color your skin is, whatever you think you are, is not who you are. The truth of who you are is always perfect and is not less. Only you think you're less than, but you're not. You're perfect just the way you are.
Yes, that's great. So,
I wish someone told me that when I was 18 years old.
Okay. So, if I am asking a financial advice, people are starting earning from in the age of 22, 23, 24, 25. And in their mind, they need from when they are start earning money in their mind, they need to purchase a good bike, they need to purchase a good mobile, car, something like that. So what is your biggest financial advice to give in the people in the age category of 22 to 26?
Okay, so I can only advise you when it comes to law of attraction and money. So if you're asking about stocks and bonds and jobs and stuff like that, I can't give you that advice. But I can tell you energetically how money works and how it works, what I learned about money. The earlier you know this, the better, because whatever you've been taught.
Karthika, ഒരു എനർജിയുടെ ലെവലിൽ നിന്നാണ് കാര്യങ്ങൾ പറയുന്നത് എന്നാണ്. Yeah, you can tell.
Yes. So whatever you've heard about money is a lie. We hear that you have to work hard for money. If you don't work hard and suffer, then that money is not, you don't value that money. You have to suffer and get a job you don't like in order to make money. Money is hard. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money causes fights in the house. So there's a lot of noise about money, but what you need to know about money is an energy. It's like a friend. It's like an energetic friend. The the more positive emotions you have towards money, not money is hard, I have to work hard. The more positive emotions you have towards money, a relationship you have towards it, the more money comes into your life from any source. You can, there's a beautiful story about a man from Japan who's paid to do nothing. His business model is people hire him to just sit there at the table, like at a lunch table, or go to a concert or go traveling. He just sits there. He doesn't have to talk. He doesn't have to do anything. His meal is paid for. He just shows up and does nothing, and he gets paid quite a good amount just to do nothing. Now, our concept is you have to work hard in order to make money. If you do nothing, you've not earned the money. You're not worthy of the money. But money is just an energy. Money doesn't have a free will. It doesn't care what your height is. It doesn't care what your family thinks about money. It doesn't care about your history, your gender, your age. It doesn't care about anything. It only comes to you based on your emotions towards money.
Okay.
So that's it. So the more you feel worthy of money, you feel it is possible for you to have money, the more you open yourself up to anything that makes you feel happy about money. So I love the feeling of large sums of money coming to me. I love the feeling of being able to support my parents. I love the feeling of getting SMSs that I've got a money deposited. The more loving feelings you have towards money, the more money starts coming into your life, because money only cares about your emotional state. You don't need a job alone for money. Money can come in all forms. You can win money, you can be gifted money, you can inherit money, you can serve people in exchange for money, you can get a job also. There are so many ways in which money can come. So don't get scared that only if I get a degree and job and this and that I'll get money. Money is only following your emotion. So open your heart to money. Money will, it's that easy. It sounds so counterintuitive to what we've been taught in school and college. But for me, I served a lot of people from my heart, and as a result of that, money came to me. But I have a great relationship with money, and I have someone who recently paid money to come to my WhatsApp and to just compliment me about my courses and what they like about my programs and my academy. So I get paid to get complimented all throughout the day. Now that's how money works. It's not just whatever is of value to someone, someone is going to give you money for it. So be your highest best self. Somebody will pay you for being you. That's it. That's how money works.
യെസ്. സോ അതായത് കൂടുതൽ മണി അട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, ലൈഫിൽ ഒരു പ്രോസ്പെരിറ്റി കൊണ്ടുവരണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ആദ്യം ഉണ്ടാക്കേണ്ടത് പ്രോസ്പെറസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു മൈൻഡ് സെറ്റ് ആണ്. സോ അത് മണിയായിട്ട് ഇപ്പോ നല്ല രീതിയിലുള്ള ഒരു മണി നമ്മളുടെ ലൈഫിലേക്ക് നമുക്ക് അട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യണം എന്നാണ് നമുക്കുള്ളത് എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, ആദ്യം മണിയായിട്ട് നല്ലൊരു റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയെടുക്കാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുക. അതായത് ഇങ്ങനെ നമ്മളുടെ മണി റിലേറ്റഡ് ആയിട്ട് നമ്മളുടെ ലൈഫിൽ ചെറുപ്പം മുതലേ തന്നെ, ഫ്രം നമ്മുടെ യങ്ങർ ആയിരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് തന്നെ നമ്മളുടെ ഉള്ളിൽ ഒരുപാട് നെഗറ്റീവ് ബിലീവ്സ് ഒക്കെ കടന്നുകൂടാനായിട്ട് സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ പാരന്റ്സ്, മുത്തശ്ശന്മാർ, അങ്ങനെ ഈ ഒരു ചുറ്റുപാടിൽ നിന്ന് നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ച കാര്യങ്ങൾ, അങ്ങനെ ഒരുപാട് നെഗറ്റീവ് ബിലീവ്സ് നമ്മളുടെ ഉള്ളിൽ ഉണ്ടാവാനായിട്ട് സാധ്യതയുണ്ടാവും. സോ ആ ഒരു നെഗറ്റീവ് ബിലീഫ്സ് മാറ്റിയിട്ട് മണിയുമായിട്ട് നല്ലൊരു റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയെടുക്കാനായിട്ട് ശ്രമിക്കുക. സോ അതാണ് ഇതിന്റെ ബേസിക് ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്റ്റെപ്പ് എന്നുള്ളത്. ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു കാർത്തിക. That's really, really great advice to us.
Most welcome, most welcome. And the younger you start, the better. The younger you start, the better. And you have to think kind of crazy, because, there was a time when I had my father's friend came home and he was talking about investing $100,000 in land in Georgia, so you can get citizenship in Georgia or whatever. And I was sitting over there and I was like, oh, $100,000, that's so easy. We can easily make that happen. And everyone around me got so offended because I was acting like a crazy person, thinking, oh, $100,000 is so easy.
But the Karthika, it is not only about thinking. We need to make actions according to that, right? People are in law of attraction. People are only thinking. People are visualizing. I will be a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am rich. Something like that. But they are not taking any actions and they are saying law of attraction is not working, it is a fake, something like that.
Right.
Right. At the
Right.
same time, we need to take actions accordingly, right?
Yes and no. So in one, yes, you need to take some action because you're creating a product that is a service to someone, or you're showing up and doing something, or you're investing, or you're doing something in which the channel of money can come. But the problem here is most people are taking the wrong action. They are taking
Yes.
action not from their heart inspiration. They're working, grinding, thinking if I work and
Yes.
work and work, I'll get money. But then they don't get after all of that because they're struggling. It's not about hard work, it's about smart work and inspired action. So when you're taking that action, it feels like you're playing, you're enjoying yourself while taking the action. It feels expansive. So you are taking action, but it doesn't feel like hard work. The problem is in the personal development culture, it's like grind, wake up 5 a.m., do this, do that. And then after that, you either you're burnt out, you get your dreams, but then
Something
you don't have
burnout
time to enjoy it.
kind
Yeah,
of
you burn
feeling.
out. I was like that, I was in this grind, work 20 hours a day. But when I moved to Croatia, I learned here I have responsibilities. I have to cook, I have the house to maintain, I have a family here. In India, I lived with my parents, they did everything. I was just working all day. But my income did not change. In fact, my income went up when I came to Croatia, just because it's not time equals to money, which is the another belief we have. It's energy equals to money. The more depressed and struggle and push you're doing, the less you have peace in your body to receive the good that you are trying to create. And you make money and you have no time to enjoy it. So it's not, in my experience, it's not hard work time, keep working. It's the other way around. Have a big chunk of your thing is mindset, 10% is action, but that action shouldn't make you go depressed and hard and kill your health and kill your happiness. Don't make friends, just sit and work all day. It's not like that. It can be holistic. You can take care of your health, do your meditations, be with friends, and make money, which is a new paradigm. Very few people know about this in hustle culture. So I was burnt out. I hated getting up and constantly working, and just to make. But I made this more money not doing a lot of work. So if you choose whether you want to keep working and making money, or also allow some beauty to come into your life while you're relaxing. So it's a
Yeah.
belief at the end of the day. So I've experienced the other way around. I realized because I did this hustle culture, I lost out on a lot of friends, a lot of life, because I was behind a computer constantly, didn't hang out with my family, all of these things. But at the end of the day, do I want to die with my money, or do I want to die having great experiences in life? So there is an aspect of life that you can have where you have money, but you also have health, you also have time, you also have friendships, balanced life. That
Yes.
also works. That also works.
That is the real prosperity.
That is true prosperity, exactly.
Okay, that's great. So, okay, now we are earning. People are start earning from the age of 22, 23, 24. So, but we didn't know how to manage our finance. And I personally also very curious to know that you are earning money in crores. I see one of you personally told me, and I see one of your award. What is the award name?
The Crore Club, yeah. So it was an award by, so when you cross a crore, this is an old award. So that was when I crossed a crore in a year. Yeah, Internet Lifestyle Hub, a Crore Club Award. But this is an old award. I won it a couple of years ago, but I only collected the award like recently. But then there was a month, December last year, when I crossed a crore in a month. So that's what, but it's not like I work 90, all the time working. I was balanced. I still crossed a crore in a month. So you were asking about the award. It's Internet Lifestyle Hub Crore Club Award.
അതായത് ഇപ്പോൾ കാർത്തിക ഒരു മാസത്തിൽ തന്നെ 1 crore കൂടുതൽ ഏൺ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. സോ അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഇവർക്ക് നമ്മൾ ചിന്തിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഏത് തരത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു ലൈഫ് സ്റ്റൈലിൽ വേണമെങ്കിലും കാർത്തികയ്ക്ക് ജീവിക്കാം. സോ അവരോട് നമുക്ക് തന്നെ ചോദിച്ചറിയാം എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ ഒരു ഫിനാൻസ് മാനേജ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്ന്. സോ കാർത്തിക, kindly explain how do you manage your finance?
Okay. So we've learned a simple formula. It's called TWCGO. Okay, I'll explain what that is. So whatever money you earn in a month, now it could be 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees, 50, whatever, how much ever you earn in a month, most people just spend it, or they'll only hold on to it. They don't manage it. So the T stands for tax. So if you're in the tax bracket, whatever is your tax percentage, you will put it aside and you will not touch it. That is just tax. Okay, tax. So you will create an Excel sheet where you will put this TWCGO. So whatever, in my case, I'm in the 35 to 40% tax bracket. So 40% of my income, I just put it to the side for tax. I will not touch it. That's it. I'm the highest tax bracket, which leaves me with 60%. Then there is W. W stands for wealth. Wealth is your investments. What are you investing in that's going to get you some money back? So you will put a sizable amount, 30%, 40%, you choose how much you put into wealth. So wealth accounts, you will then put into whatever you're investing in, is whether it will build. So if you're, eventually investing in real estate or mutual funds, or even opening an FD, or, gold or crypto, whatever you do your studies, figure out what are the best investments and you put it in that. So you don't want to, rich people don't work for money. They let their money work for them. So you invest a size of it. That's TW. Then C is charity. Charity is the most important part because it's an energy of give. When you give openly, you create a circuit. Energy, it's like an electric circuit. When that money comes out from your heart, 10% of whatever you earn, you give. Now you can give to anybody. It doesn't have to be a charity organization. You can give as a gift to somebody. You can give to people in your life, in your family, in your friend circle. Anybody you can give. But when you give from your heart, not from, okay, if I give only, I will make money, so I will give. Not like that. You give because you want them to be happy and you want to add to their abundance. So you openly give, and when you give, is one of the great laws of the universe, is what you give back. So you give with your heart, and then it creates a circuit and you get that back. So that is charity. So we spoke about tax, we spoke about wealth, TW. C is charity. So TWC, and then you have G, which is general expenses. So whatever is left of that is your general expenses. So general expenses are, your college fees or whatever you need to pay for, movie tickets, clothes, groceries, your regular general expenses that you live by. And then the final one is O, TWCGO. O is operations. If you have a business, you want to invest some money into your business. So that is operations. So operations, maybe 10-20% of your income goes back into your business. So you will invest in, let's say, a good webcam, or you'll invest in a mic, or you'll invest in something that helps you run your business. So that is how I manage my money. So for me, because I don't have a lot of general expenses, I'm cheap as hell when it comes to buying stuff that I don't need. A lot of people associate richness with Lamborghinis and big things and all that. For me, actually, I don't spend that way. I don't spend that way. So I end up putting back my money into investing in my business, or
you are driving Ferrari, right?
No, I don't buy any of that stuff. In fact, many people I know who earn a lot, they don't have fancy cars. If you want a fancy car, beautiful, have one. Personally, I don't care about cars at all. For me, what's important is travel. I invest in traveling a lot because it's a life experience I'm investing in. I invest in things that make me happy. I study a lot. I invest in courses. I study with mentors. So for me, my money goes into those kind of things.
Okay. So ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്കും നമ്മൾ ഏൺ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഫിനാൻസ് മാനേജ് ചെയ്ത് നല്ല ഒരു ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ലെവലിൽ തന്നെ മെയിൻറ്റെയിൻ ആവാനുള്ള നല്ലൊരു ഐഡിയ നമുക്ക് ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് ലഭിച്ച് കാണുമെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കും. നമ്മളുടെ മീറ്റിംഗ് എന്തായാലും വൈൻഡപ്പ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള സമയമായിരിക്കുകയാണ്. സോ ഇനി അടുത്തതായിട്ട് എനിക്ക് ലാസ്റ്റ് ആൻഡ് ഫൈനലായിട്ട് ചോദിക്കാനുള്ളത്, വാട്ട് ആർ ദ അതർ തിങ്സ് യു ആർ ഡൂയിങ് റൈറ്റ് നൗ? ഇപ്പോൾ എന്തൊക്കെ കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് പോയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്?
Okay.
ആക്ച്വലി കാർത്തികയ്ക്ക് മലയാളം മനസ്സിലാവും, പക്ഷെ മലയാളം സംസാരിക്കാനായിട്ട് കിട്ടില്ല എന്ന് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ.
Yeah,
Yes,
correct.
അതാണ് അത്.
And also, I'm learning so many languages at the same time. It's all a jumble in my head. What are the
Okay.
projects going on currently for Synchro Shakti Academy? Is on the 18th we have a webinar coming up. It's called 111 Days to a Perfect Life. So this webinar is all about how to bring peace and harmony inside of you and outside of you in your relationships, how to manifest in all areas of your life, and how to surrender, how to create that ease and trust that everything is going to work out for you. And there's a lot of personal stories I talk about, especially your self concept. Who you think you are
Okay.
is what's going to determine how far you go in your life. So your self concept is a huge part that we're going to talk about in this webinar. So that's something that is interesting to you. Maybe Akshay can put a link to the webinar in your
Yes.
description.
Okay.
And you can also just follow me on YouTube, Synchro Shakti. And
Yeah.
if you
I will
if
put the
you are
link
okay with how I speak. Yeah, so you can just put the link to my channel as well, and that's about it. We have another course coming up, another 111 days, 5 a.m. classes with a mix of mindfulness and law of attraction, beautifully put together. Practical classes for 111 days that's coming up, but the doors are not open. I'm not selling anything yet, but that's also a project that we are launching on 31st of October.
Great, Karthika. Wish you all the best for your all current and future projects.
Thank you, and wishing you the same.
Wish you all the best from my side and from the family of Time for Greatness. 5 lakh people inside.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And
So,
yes, but also before we end, I want to bless everybody here, whoever's been watching, and Akshay for all the success, because you guys are working on yourselves, you're doing the work, and it's going to pay off. So I bless that everyone gets the results that they came for, and they all live happy, super abundant, and healthy lives. So.
and Karthika, we are running a community. The community name is No PMO Community. It is a NoFap community in Kerala. So, what is your personal thoughts on NoFap?
So my personal thoughts on NoFap is, firstly, we have to look at the root of why we're fapping in the first place, and why we're escaping in the first place. So NoFap is great, especially if you're helping them, get on counters and be on hard mode or monk mode or whatever mode you guys are going on. But to go deeper and find out what am I trying to escape, and find out what is the trauma, and heal who you are, that pain that you're carrying, that will go a long way in NoFap. And also having a passion project that you can put your heart into, that drives you, anything that drives your heart. Of course, it's not easy when you're going through NoFap, but constantly coming back to what drives your heart and doing more of that stuff will also give you a little rooting on your journey to become free. But give it time, and relapses are a part of it. And sometimes you'll come out very fast, sometimes it takes time, but you are not your fapping habits, so you don't have to feel guilt and shame. You're human, and you went through stuff, and now you're escaping, but you will come out of it, because human spirit is
I have a doubt. NoFap and manifestation is interconnected. Have any connection? Something like that.
There are a lot of videos like that online. Personally, I have not explored that link myself, but what I have explored is a link of mental health and emotional pain to porn addiction. And so for me, that part I can tell you about. But also using the law of attraction to overcome addiction is also good, because you can have a vision that you can work towards.
Yes.
But the connection between semen retention and manifestation, there are videos out there, but personally I have not explored that world at all, so I can't advise over there.
Okay. എന്തായാലും നമുക്ക് വൈൻഡ് അപ്പ് ചെയ്യാം. സോ ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ ഒരു ഇന്റർവ്യൂ സെഷൻ നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ വൈൻഡ് അപ്പ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. സോ ഇത്ര നേരം നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഒരുപാട് വാല്യുബിൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഇൻഫോർമേഷൻസ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്ത കാർത്തിക നായർക്കും ഒരുപാട് താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്.
Most
Karthika,
welcome.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I hope it was of value to you. And if you want to find me, please find me on YouTube, and then we can start our
Yes.
own fun
ഞാൻ
relationship.
ഇൻസ്റ്റാഗ്രാം യൂട്യൂബിന്റെ ഒക്കെ ലിങ്ക് താഴെ ഡിസ്ക്രിപ്ഷനിലും പിൻ കമന്റിലും ആയിട്ട് കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവും. തീർച്ചയായും ചെക്ക്ഔട്ട് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കുക.
Thank you.
സോ ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് ഇന്നത്തെ വീഡിയോയിലൂടെ നിങ്ങളോടൊപ്പം ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ പരസ്പരം വിചാരിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നത്. സോ താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച് ഫോർ വാച്ചിങ്. ഇറ്റ്സ് മീ അക്ഷയ് ആൻഡ് കാർത്തിക. സ്റ്റേ ഗ്രൗണ്ടഡ്. ബൈ ഓൾ.
Bye.